everyone. Right, I'm coming on to show you how I make the wrapping paper that some of you saw in Nina's video where she opened some presents that I'd sent her. I used some of my homemade gift wrap. I first started doing it last year. Unfortunately, I can't remember the lady whose video I saw. It wasn't a specific video showing you how to do it. She just mentioned part way through a video, or if you want some homemade wrapping paper, just do it with newspaper. So unfortunately I can't, and I do like to give credit, you know, and I can't remember who it was. I've searched and searched, so if anybody else knows, let me know and then I can come back and tell you. But yes, just basically from newspaper. So I've already given it a coat of gesso. I've only given it one coat. I just used this one from the works, and I haven't done it, I haven't tried it with without doing it, but you could probably do it. And just for the ease of this video, I'm gonna just cut this in half because I don't have a lot of room, so you're gonna have to bear with me. And the first one I'm going to do is just, can you even see? Yeah, I think you can see, is with, I don't know, I've not used this one on the newspaper, so I don't know whether it'll work, but it's just bog standard cheap kids paint from the supermarket. I think it was £1 or £1.50. So it might need a couple of coats of this. It probably even needs more, but and it's just so easy. I was really pleased when the lady, whoever she is, suggested it, because I mean everybody can, I mean we don't buy newspapers, but other people do, don't they? So you can always catch them off of people, which is what I've done. And yeah, this one is just going to be, you know, straightforward. Everybody can do it. And I wanted to use the kids paint, you know, because not everybody, like even like newbies, you don't want to go out buying, well, I don't have expensive paints, but just thought I would do it with something that is cheap. I'll fast forward it because you don't want to sit and watch me paint and dry paint. So I shall switch this off and dry it, and then it's going to need another coat. But that's quite a nice red actually. I mean, I've also got this one, which is a bit more of an expensive one. I can't remember how, I think it was £4, but I got it when it was half price because I hadn't tried it. This one's from Hobbycraft, Sennelier, don't really know how you pronounce it. But that's quite a nice one, and I thought if this doesn't work I'll put some of this on the top, but I'm quite liking that colour. It's probably slightly an orangey red, but right, I'll just pause this and put you on fast forward. I've just dried this off, and it's dried quite light, so I think it will need at least another 2 coats probably. So say it's entirely up to you what sort of paint you use. I mean, you could always give it an extra coat of gesso to cover the print up first, but right, I'll crack on and give it another coat. I will fast forward it this time. Right, so this has had 3 coats now. That is very, very pale when it's dried. It's almost orangey, but that is all right. And the other thing I did think of was, not that it would really matter, but with it being, oh dear, excuse me, with it being kids paint, and it having quite a lot of layers on, it will probably flake off. I don't know, but it won't really matter, will it, because it's going to be ripped off and that. So it had 2 coats of that, sorry, and then I decided to put a coat of that on the top. So it is worth buying the cheap one just to do, you know, so you're not wasting too much of the expensive one. So what I'm going to do now is say this is a real just easy one that anybody can do, well they all are really, is on my sheet of plastic, just put a little bit of white paint if it wants to come out. And I'm going to do this off to the side because I don't have a lot of room, and bubble wrap, and just dot it all over with bubble wrap. That's one of the ones that I sent to Nina. Oh dear, excuse me, I'm fed up with this blooming cough and cold and flu and thing now. It's lingering around forever. Too much up there. Yeah. And that's all I did for this one. It's just a red and white one, but I really liked it. So I love using bubble wrap. I think one of the ones I sent Nina, I don't think it was a pink one? Which that one, I think I'd done that one last year. It was just pink with stars or something. I can't really remember, but you can do anything you like. That is that. So it doesn't really matter about, you know, covering it up too much. In fact, I'm sure if Nina looks on that the paper that I sent her, sure if she looks closely she'll still see some of the print underneath. So that's that one, really quick and easy really. It's up to you whether you do the other side. When I did them last year I did both sides, but this year I thought, well, it's really not worth it. But I will only wrap presents up for crafty people. Because I know if it's for any of my family it'll just be all ripped up and shoved in the bin. But crafty arty people will save it and reuse it, so that makes it even better. Right, so that's that one. I hope that's easy enough for everybody to do. So I'm just going to get this cleared away and then I'll come back and do another one. I'm going to do another one with metallics. Right, for this one I'm going to use, I'm not sure which ones yet, but some metallic paints. The metallics work really nice. Excuse me, these are just cheap from the works, £2, or these ones are from Poundland at £1. And for this I'm just going to use a dry baby wipe. I suppose it could be a wet baby wipe, but I've just got a dry baby wipe at the moment. It's a bit runny, that one is. Oh dear. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm going out with my daughter tomorrow. Going on the bus to Lincoln, so that'll be good. I've not been out with her for ages. Probably make me feel a bit better. I think she's been poorly as well. It seems everyone's poorly. That time of year though, unfortunately, but I don't usually get like this. So excuse me if I'm sounding a bit and coughy and snorting and sneezing and such like. Right, I'll just dry this, and no I won't. Right, just doing it as if by magic. Now I don't know why, but I only gave that one coat, and that's the difference. But I still used the same paint, but it was out of that tube, and that paint was thicker. I just said that was runny, so whether there was more pigment in that one, I don't know. So we give it a coat of that, or 2 coats if you want. You can still see the print through a bit, but I'm not bothered. I don't know what we're going to do. Put a bit of bronze on. Can't remember how I did it now. I think I just daubed bits on here and there. Doesn't really matter, does it? As long as you're having fun. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's only a piece of paper and a bit of paint. If you don't like it, just paint over it or sling it in the bin. But we don't do that, do we? No, 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 no. There's always something else you can do with it if you don't like it, even if you shred it and put it for packing that way. Don't know whether I ever have thrown a project out or not. Don't think I have. If anybody's heard me say that I have, please remind me. I know lots go to the naughty drawer. Soon need a whole room for all my naughty projects. Right, so I put a bit of that on, and I don't think I'm going to bother drying it now. Just go in. Oh, that one was the bronze. There's a bit of glare there, isn't there? Sorry. It's very dark. I'll try and do it with the light off all my life. No, I'm sorry. Sorry for the glare. Oh, paint gloppy. Look, paint gloppy going in my paint gloppy jar. Oops, sorry. Look at all my paint gloppies now. Wow, don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'll do something pretty with those one day. Too much of that on. Yeah, you have, Noodle. You put too much on. Oh, it's horrible when you don't feel right, isn't it? I think I'm going to make a right pig's ear of this one. But you get the idea, don't you? Just basically slap some paint on some newspaper and then do whatever you want with it. But this, the metallic, it leaves such a lovely feel to it. Put some more silver on that. Right, I'm going to turn this off now and get this dry, and then we'll do a bit of stamping on it. I might put a bit more silver on because I put too much red on there. Never mind, you get the idea, don't you? Oh, my poorly Noodle. Right, see you in a minute. Oops. Right, I went over it again with a little bit of silver. I'm so sorry for the glare, but if I turn the light off you can't see, and then with it being metallic it's glary. I wanted to use, oh, I'll find it now. I've got that. That stamp. Oh, I had that stamp, and can I find it? Can I, heck? I've been through, so I've got a bag full of just Christmassy stuff. I've been through all my bag. I found that, but there's no stamp. I've hunted everywhere, so we're not using that. I've just cut embossed a piece of the insulation foam with one of my embossing folders. I've got a big sheet of this somebody gave me, so I don't know whether this will work or not, because I have done it before, but I don't think I'm going to use my black stays on. Oh, something that I see a lot of ladies complain about the little plastic thing in the top of the stays on keeps coming out. I just stick it down with double-sided tape. I saw somebody else do it years ago and that works for me. It don't keeps it on, but it doesn't keep coming off, so I just thought I would tell you that. This might not work. In fact, I'm just going to try it on a piece of I don't know. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this one. Oh, and I've just been cleaning my acrylic pad block. It was absolutely black and I cleaned it with Surgical Spirit. I tried with nail polish remover, but that didn't seem to do it very good, so I just used Surgical Spirit to clean that with. Oh dear, what shall we use? Let's have a look. Got all sorts over here. I'm really miffed that I've mislaid that stamp. Never mind, I'll use this snowflake one, this big snowflake one to start with. Sorry, I just do this over here. I'm not bothered if it's lighter and darker, I'm not going for precise at all. I'm just bodging it on like I do most things. You get the idea, don't you? You can spend as much time on it as you want. I really love the metallic one because it does cover better. It doesn't matter too much about the edges because they're going to be tucked in, aren't they, when you wrap your parcel up. Right. Yeah. Excuse me. What shall I use? Shall I use this Let It Snow one? Let's just dub a bit of this on. Hang on a minute, let me get that on my block. My block's just not quite big enough. I've got small ones, a big one. Oh, let's just do it diagonally. There. Just checking. Didn't think I'd pressed record then. I'm going to do another one after this, but I won't do it on cam, and then I'll come back and show you at the end, I think. Right. I'm not bothered if it doesn't look perfect. You get the idea. You get my drift, don't you? You get my drift. I'm going to go down and sit in front of the fire when I finish this. Wait for Mr. Doodle to come home. What time is it? 2:30. He was home early yesterday. Oopsie. He was home early yesterday. He sometimes sneaks home early. He mostly rings me before he comes home to see if I want anything picking up from the shop. But sometimes he just sneaks up on me. Catches me talking to myself. There, I think that looks really pretty. And these stamps, I don't buy many stamps. Most of my stamps are what I got when I used to belong to the used to buy belong to, well yeah, I did belong to it because I subscribed to it when I used to have the card magazines. There, I bet you can't see it, can you? Oh, minute, where can I put it so that you can see it? No, that's no good. Oh, I'm sorry. It does look pretty, honestly. It's all the lovely metallics. That's going to be a waste of time if you can't see it properly. Just let me see if I can turn the light off. No, that's rubbish, isn't it? Oh, don't know. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, pleased with that one. So I'm going to go off again and do another one and then come back on and show you them all together at the end. It's just done a different non-Christmassy one. So there's no limit to what you can do really, and you can't really see the print underneath there. These, I picked these up from the range the other day. Again, they was in the kids department. These were £1.50 each, and these seem to have a bit more of a stronger pigment than the other ones, but the big pots there, can't see, 500 millilitres, so big pots of paint. Yeah, and just use this. I bought these from the craft shop that we go to, 99p. They've got quite a lot of them, and then I thought, well, the back was blank, so if Nina, if you're watching, these are those little self-adhesive dots that I sent you. I thought, well, I'll stick some on the back. Yeah, I thought they was good, and these were just the little packs of kids foam shapes that you get. And I think I've done, oh yeah, I've got a dragonfly one, and then I did that on the back. I think that's, yeah, that's all I've done. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll just see if I can, well, these are dry now. So that's the one I've just done. That's the first one I did, and that was the one that you really can't see. I'm going to go and take them in the other room and see if I can get some pictures of this one, because I'm sure you can't see it properly. But anyway, thanks for watching, and any questions please ask. Bye for now. Right, just quickly before I go, sometimes when you use metallic paints, it feels all right now, but when it's been left for a while, they sometimes go a bit sticky. So what I do, what works for me, is just use some talcum powder. It might look as though you're going to ruin it to start with. What I do. And I also, for like, if you're doing say if you're doing a box or something, can you use Mod Podge on it? I find that Mod Podge is quite sticky, and that's what I do. I know other people like put wax and stuff like that on it, but, and I know a lot of people don't like using talcum powder, but just full stop, do they? But, and then I just wipe it off with a cloth, and it makes it really nice. And I mean, Nina, if you're watching, will you just leave in the comments whether that was sticky, what I sent you, because I can't remember whether I put talcum powder on that or not. I probably did, especially the metallic one, but I'm just interested whether it, you know, it does continue to work. But anyway, right, definitely going this time. Thanks for watching. Bye.